Gang, as promised, in studio, we have the one and only Broccoli Rob Margheim from Realty.
Hello, Eric.
Jumping on it right away. Rob, you are an incredible dude. Your beard is on point, and you look like a skinny version of me. And so it's great to have you in studio.
Well, thanks, Eric. You know, the beard is a lifestyle choice. Yeah. And I didn't just wake up one morning, it was there.
Yeah.
It took some work and a little can-do attitude.
It's new.
It is newer, yeah.
You've always been one with a minor beard, and now you've moved into beard major.
Right. Yeah. Well, 8 years of military shaving. I just, after I got out, didn't want to shave anymore. And like you said, minor beard, and I decided to let it rip right now and see what I could do.
Well, you look great. Rob, you've been with Hatch Realty now since 2014, right? Like
right.
Coming up on 5 years.
5 years, yeah.
Dude, and you're not sick of us yet.
Nope.
Thank goodness.
Is that crazy?
Yeah. Well, it's been 5 years, and I still think the best is yet to come because you're now our senior listing agent. You have curated and crafted a rhythm to your life as well as to our sellers that is giving them an incredible opportunity. But what did you do before real estate? Because I actually think that your background, both in military and professional, has led to a really great career.
Sure. Well, I was security forces in the military, in the Air Force, North Dakota Air National Guard. Shout out to those guys.
Yep.
So, like I said, I did that for 8 years, and after I graduated college, I was a financial planner.
UND. I'm not going to hold that against you. Yeah.
I'm saying it. I don't care. I was a financial planner for 5 years and worked up to a partner at my firm, and it just got to the point where the corporate world, it just was a grind. Grind me down to nothing. In fact, the day that I left, I just felt great. And I didn't know what I wanted to do. And I think a mutual friend got us connected, and then ipso facto, we're here.
And you have soared as a realtor, Rob. For perspective, folks, the average realtor in the United States and in the Fargo-Moorhead area sells between 8 and 10 houses a year. Last month, I think you sold 9. Is that right?
Yep.
So understand that last year in 2018, you sold about 100 houses. Is that right?
Correct.
So the guy is selling a house every 2.5 business days, and he gets it more than almost anyone else. And so we invited him in studio today to share 3 of the best possible things you can do to help sell your house. And Rob has curated a really great list. I'm excited to learn from you on what it is.
Sure. Well, you know, things might have changed since you were in working, and what I found
You're calling me an old timer at this point?
You're the OG.
Thank you. Yeah,
I'm just saying,
it feels good.
It's a compliment. I thought about it a lot, and I think that the best thing to do is put as many air fresheners as you can in your house.
Oh, smell.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not talking like, the cab ones or the ones, you put in your car.
Not new car smell?
No, you need the ones that plug in.
Okay.
And
the Sensies.
Sensies. And if you can, get different flavors.
Every room a different flavor?
I would prefer it, and I know the buyers would too. I think that ultimately, if you confuse their senses, they focus more on your house.
Okay, I like it. So, whap people in the face with smell.
Immediately
okay.
Open up like a wow.
Excellent first step. Yeah, I can see why you're so successful.
Yep. And then, the second thing is we always hammered home show condition. Make sure you're show condition. Well, let's relax that a little bit. Leave some dishes in the sink.
Oh.
Clothes on the floor. Really? Dog toys all over. I think if someone comes in and it's too show condition, they're going to say, hey, we should go find a house that's a little bit more dirty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Most people are looking for a dirtier house. Yep. Is that what you're telling me?
Right.
Okay. So make sure it smells putrid and then keep it dirty.
Yep.
Awesome. Yep.
And with that, in the same category, don't shovel.
Oh.
Let's have them wade through 7-foot drifts.
So they know what they're getting themselves into.
Right.
Oh my gosh, you are as sarcastic as you are beautiful. Folks, please understand. I believe that sarcasm, Rob. Is that sarcasm?
Don't do any of those things.
Okay. Thank you for that. Yeah, I appreciate that guidance. In all sincerity, we know that some people out there are looking to sell their house, or maybe they have a friend or neighbor, and we want to give them the best possible advice, working with us or not. So, what are some things people can really do outside of not shoveling, dirty their house, and Sensies everywhere?
Well, let's talk about that one. Make sure it is shoveled and ready to go. And when people walk in the house, keep the smells to a minimum. I know people asked before, should I cook bacon or cook cookies?
If I'm the buyer, yes.
Right. But sometimes people don't like that. Let's just keep it neutral. Walk in and have just a nice, clean looking house that's, like I said, neutral. And That'll be the best recipe for success. Along with that is touch-up paint, and I can't stress that enough. It's a $20 fix and, a couple hours of your time, but buyers are, I don't know where they come with their logic. They'll come in and ask for $500 for paint or $1,000 for paint when it could have took you a little bit of a Saturday afternoon and a pint of paint.
So if I'm understanding what you're getting right now, Rob, you're saying the small things are the big things, right?
Correct. Oh, yeah. They walk in, their guard will go up. They see a couple dings in the wall. They'll look for other things wrong with the property.
Okay.
We want them to lower their guard and just imagine themselves living in this house.
There's an amazing thing that happens, Rob. And those of you just tune in, and Rob Margheim, senior listing agent at Hatch Realty. When people come to a house, and let's say they see that the sidewalk isn't shoveled, I think that immediately people start jumping to assumptions. And that assumption is that seller or that homeowner maybe doesn't care about their house, or that they're not there. And if it's a vacant house, always harder to sell. And so those little things that you can do to show attention to detail without overkilling it, like you were talking with the scents, without overkilling it, I think those make a great difference.
They definitely do.
Good.
100%.
Good. Rob, how do you feel about pricing right now? Because I just covered at the top of the hour that when it comes to pricing a house, we have sweet spots. Have you noticed that too?
Yes, very much. And it's broken down in market segments like you went over. And depending on where you're at, it's more of let's have patience, but stick to a plan. Marketing those properties is more important than ever. But pricing, that's, to just kind of cut to the chase, the most important thing someone can do when they're selling a house.
Yeah.
They overprice even by a couple thousand. We feel it. And especially as the market, ebbs and flows, ups and downs, we know. You can see the activity, and it's not, rocket science at the end of the day.
Yeah.
You can tell when the market shifts and up or down.
Yeah, and we've heard time and time again that it takes 3 P's oftentimes to sell a house. You put a sign in the yard, you put it on the MLS, and then you pray that it sells. But you're making sure that you're pricing accordingly as well. And that's that 4th P that's so important. And then marketing, of course, is huge, and servicing. How do you figure the right price in a property, Rob?
That's a good question. I got to look at competition in the area.
Yep.
How many days on market those competition has been on. Also, if there's any adjustments they've made.
Yeah.
I also use a different software. I know it's pretty normal for agents to use comparable market analysis. I go a step further, and I use market absorption analysis, and that really gives me an in-depth view of what that particular neighborhood's doing, and not necessarily just the city as a whole. Because there's some pockets in town that will move quicker than others.
Right.
And that's just how it is. So
this is not a the seller says I want to sell my house for $250 and you say okay. Instead, you're going in and you're looking at all the data so that you and the seller can come up with the best possible strategy and price. Correct?
Absolutely.
Rob, I'm convinced that anybody who works with you is in great hands. You're a great blessing to our team and to this community. Thank you for your service that you've done over those 8 years, and thank you for the beautiful beard, because it is wonderful.
Well, thanks, Eric. I'm going to go comb it now.
All right. Folks, we're going to go to break. We'll be back in just a moment. But in the meantime, head to hatchrealty.com and check out some of Rob's listings. This is Real Estate Radio with Erik Hatch.